In this short video, I'm going to show you how to make a graphic banner for a professional portfolio website that's made as a blog. The banner is especially important because that's what's going to distinguish your portfolio from everyone else's and make the screen look very distinctive, where it's really just a blog template provided by blogspot.com. First of all, let's go to Google, let's go to Images, and put a word in here that's anything like perhaps sunset. And if you find wallpaper for that topic, it's great. And you're going to see a bunch of pictures that come up. Pick one that seems appealing to you. It shouldn't have too messy a background because you're going to put some text onto this thing. So let's just find one here that seems kind of interesting and is not too cluttered. Well, this one has some potential. Let's take it down at its full size. And to do that, we might just save the image as. And here we're going to put it into some place. I have a folder named Junk. This is going to come in as this wallpaper. And if I click here on Chrome and Show in Folder, I'll see it here. And let's just see with these properties what size it is. Well, it is 2000 by 1333 pixels. That's fine. Now, what we need to do, and we can get out of Google at this point, then what we'd like to do is to get into PowerPoint or some slide manipulation program. Here's a little something you may not know about PowerPoint. If you go to Design and Page Setup, you can set it up for screen ratio here of 16 by 9, which is the size of this screen that you're looking at now, and then your slides will fill up the entire screen. That's kind of handy. Let's do this. Let's insert this picture that I just got from the web, and it's in this folder. Here's another handy thing. If you click on the date, files will sort with the folders at the top and then in descending order of these dates. Now it happens here that this date happens to be rather old. I was expecting it to be today's date, but it's a way of sometimes raising files, either the oldest or the newest, to some position in this list where it's easy to get to. I'm going to do this and insert this picture into this slide. Now, it really is a rather large picture, and I can do this with it. I can drag it to be bigger, and it really isn't that I want to keep it in this slide. I want to crop this thing in such a way that I can get it to look like I want it to look. And let's assume this is going to be 930 pixels wide. Let's just get this to be some sort of a vertical dimension that is pleasing. Let's click on this and let's go to Format. When you do that, you'll notice this crop option comes up. And what I really want to do is just grab one of these handles, and this is going to let me actually change the piece of the picture that I'm getting. You see, I'm not shrinking the dimensions here. What I'm doing is actually taking only a piece of this illustration. And what I'm looking for is something that will be of a pleasant size for a banner. This one might do right here. But I also want to do something else. Let's suppose this is going to be a professional portfolio. I would like to have my name in here someplace. I will just put my name in. I'll choose a font that I care about and a size that seems to be appropriate. Something like this maybe, and maybe I'll make the text white. And then let's position this someplace where it makes some sense. Maybe here. Now what I really want to do at this point is click the button that presents this as a slideshow. And I think actually I might want to make this a little taller. And you see, when you crop within PowerPoint, you can go back and adjust the cropping even more, because the whole picture is still there. It's just that you're not seeing as much of it as is actually present in the file. So let's do this. Now here comes an interesting part. In fact, let's move this thing over. Here's another little something you should know. If you want to mark everything in PowerPoint so that you can move it as a group, you just encircle it like this, and it all gets marked. Let's present the slide. Now let's do Shift and Print Screen. That's going to take a copy of this entire screen. And for the moment, I'm going to subdue the PowerPoint. Now I'm going to get into a photo editor. And you can do this with any kind of an editor that you might acquire. GIMP is a very fine open source editor that you can acquire for free. I happen to use an old Paint Shop Pro program. You can use the Paint program on Microsoft Windows-based systems. Here I've opened this one up, and I'm going to now do a Control V, and I'm dropping in that picture of the screen that I had previously copied. The reason to do this is now I really want to do a physical crop here of this image. I don't want a white border around it. I just want that much to be the entire image, and I want it to be 930 pixels wide. In this photo editor I can resize things, and I'll make the width 930. And this photo editor also has a function in it which lets me sharpen things. Sometimes that produces a nice effect. That's sharpened up the letters, and it's sharpened up this as well. Now I'm going to save this as a JPEG, and I usually use a compression of 15%, which gives me a small file, but it still gives me something that presents nicely. And I'm just going to call this here Banner 1 and save it as a JPEG. Let me close this. Let me close that. I'm going to look up where that folder is, and it's over here in some stuff I've put, and it's called, in this case, Workflow. Here's the banner. If I right mouse click and preview it, there's the banner. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to put this banner into a Blogspot blog so that you can have something that looks very custom, not like a template, and appears on every page of this professional portfolio.